The Institute for Priestly Formation, located in Omaha, Nebraska, in partnership with Spirit Catholic Radio, is pleased to present the Lenten Reflection Series, The Journey to Jerusalem. Join Father Mark Toups as he helps us walk with Jesus on his journey to Jerusalem.
Saturday of the third week of Lent.
My friends, welcome back to the journey to Jerusalem as we've been resting in this magnificent and beautiful and hope-filled story of Luke chapter 7. This woman who once stood behind Jesus because she was ashamed and wept at his feet because she was contrite is now forgiven. This woman once lived her life tormented by the whispers of those who gossiped about her. Once she lived her life tormented by a symphony of self-condemnation and inner judgment. Once she lived her life tormented by the shame and guilt that often traps sinners. But she has had an encounter. She has encountered love that has embraced her with the eyes of mercy. She has encountered Jesus who has peered underneath her sin and her restlessness. She has encountered forgiveness. She has encountered our bridegroom who has found his bride and has entered into her inadequacy. Yes, she has had an encounter and she now seeks to give God everything. No doubt our sinful woman now will live a different life. She can't go back to quote-unquote flat tires. She can't go back and listen to the lies and seductions that will only lead her to emptiness. She can't go back to her former way of life. She's been forgiven. And she wants to fall in love in a quite absolute final way. She wants to let love determine everything. She wants to be led. She wants to respond. Like a tea bag and a cup of tea, let's steep again in Pope Benedict XVI's words. We have come to believe that God is love. Being Christian is not the result of an ethical choice or a lofty idea, but the encounter with an event, a person, which gives love a new horizon and a decisive direction. The Holy Father continues, love is no longer a command, but is the response to the gift of love with which God draws near to us. End quote. She has been forgiven. She has come to believe in God's love. For her, loving Jesus is not the result of an ethical choice or a lofty idea, but the encounter with an event, a person. Her life is different. Jesus has given her life a new horizon and a decisive direction. And for her, life is, quote, response to the gift of love, end quote, given to her by Jesus. When we encounter the truth of who Jesus is, when you and I fall in love in a quite absolute final way, Jesus soon determines everything in our life. Love, real love, seeks to respond to the Jesus who has rescued us from our flat tires and empty lives. And now if we don't respond, love will eventually atrophy and we'll be listening to the world again. Look at your life in these last 3 weeks of Lent. Look at all the love that you've encountered and the way that God is moving in your life. Are you ready to respond? If so, how far will you go? Are you ready to respond by going all the way to Jerusalem, knowing that things might look a little different once we get there than you thought? Are you ready to give him everything? Are you ready to respond with everything? For your prayer today, I would invite you to simply look back on these first 3 weeks of Lent. Take stock of what Jesus has done for you. Look at everything that he's blessed you with. And ask yourself, how far will you go in responding to his mercy? God bless you.
To listen to today's reflection again, or to order a copy of the Journey to Jerusalem booklet with the daily readings, the website is www.priestlyformation.org. Join Father Mark Toups during this Lenten season as he helps us walk with Jesus on his journey to Jerusalem.